line check codes. It's like this. These are the commodity classification, which consists of 13 divisions in 2030, what I think in 2009. We have the food and non-alcoholic beverages, the alcoholic beverages, tobacco and narcotics, the clothing and footwear, housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels, with codes therefore, furnishing, household equipment, and routine household maintenance, code 05, the health, and code 06. Then we have yung new code 7 to 13 from 07 to 113, transport, information and communication, recreation, sport and culture, educational services, restaurant and accommodation services, insurance and financial services, and personal care, social protection, and miscellaneous goods and services. As to the base year, this is a reference period, simply a convenient benchmark to which continuous series of index number can be related. The year 2018 was chosen as the base year in the time of the rebasing the CPI series, as it was the latest, the latest year with the family and cabinet expenditure survey FIES was conducted. Although we now have our 2021 FIES, but during the rebasing, that's not yet we only have the 2018 FIES. The base period, as shown in this screen, started in 1941, that's the CLI, up to 2012. So you notice that we have, as I mentioned in the previous slide, that the rebasing of the CPI this year is only 6 years, every 6 years. So we have in 1941, 66 items, 1962, 62, we have the 224 items in the new rates, 1966, CPI per income groups, and 72, we have now replacing the 78 up to 2012. We're in 1994, we have the FIES weights, 2000 FIES, 2006 FIES, and then 2012 FIES, and we have the 2018 FIES. The 2018 base year is the 12th revision in the CPI series. The monetary uses expenditure part of the 2018 FIES results for the computation of the rates with provincial and selected city market baskets. The rebasing of the series is based on the PSA Board Resolution number 1 series of 2017-1-145, which indicate that approving the synchronized rebasing of price indices to base year 2006 and every 6 years thereafter. So, next. The sample outlet, yung sample outlet natin, establishment or retail outlets, where prices of commodities or services are collected or quoted. Ito yung mga sample outlet natin, wherein our data are collected. One is the large shop. Kasama na dyan yung mga department store, supermarket, and the hypermarket. The medium and the small shops, the grocery store, that includes the markets, or yung open markets, the covered markets, and the quick markets. The street outlets or the mobile shops and the street vendors. The specialized shop, sabi yung supply shop and the hardware shop. Maybe public service providers like taxi cabs, the hotels, restaurants, and the private schools, and etc. The public or the semi-public providers, like water suppliers, electric power companies, and then the schools and hospitals, and the retailer, we have the type of trader who sells to consumers or end users. I have classification of retailer qualified as target respondents. One is the permanent stall order, wherein he rents a permanent stall in the market, while yung space holder does not have a permanent stall but rents a space recognized as a permanent place in the business. Secondly, in selecting a sample outlets, we have mayroon tayong popularity of the establishment, where the sample outlet is publicly noted in the locality for selling goods included in the CPI market basket, and the outlet is patronized by a large segment of the population. The second is yung consistency of and completeness of staff. The consistency of staff for the outlet has a constant, steady, or regular stock of commodities listed in the CPI market. The completeness of the staff, the sample outlet carries in its stock, maybe if not all of the items included in the CPI market basket, relative to the other outlets in the area. The third is the permanency of outlet, where the outlet to choose every year should be an established store or stall in the market area. It should not be an ambulant or yung transit vendor. That's what. And the other one is the geographical location, wherein sinasabi natin accessibility to greater segment of population, meaning the outlet should be in a convenient place and is accessible to the majority, if not all, consumers in the area. So those are when we criteria when we select the sample outlet. And the other one is the price collection procedure. The collection of price data for the CPI ay ginagawa na nating field offices or the Provincial Statistics Office or the PSOs of the PSA, and also the PSB, the Price Statistics Division in the Central Office. Prices are collected through one is the personal interview, wherein our SR or statistical researcher or third personnel will interviews sila personally. And it also makes use of personal observations, which involves personal visit to the stores or the outlets to find record of the prices marked on the items. Meron yung ginagamit ng test for purchase. Ito yung it means bumibili ng item mismo yung for the purpose of checking the price. Bumibili mismo ng ang ating field researcher or statistical researcher or staff para lang na-check yung price for the quality or the volume or its content. And then meron din through that direct entry from the buyers of the commodity. Okay, so tinatanong yung buyers ng commodity pa doon sa stores nila. And the other one is the manual price collections from the websites. However, ito kasi price of some commodities are available from their price tags. So in the absence of a price tags, prices are required from the storekeeper for a particular commodity listed in the survey form. Next. As to the frequency of our price collection, we're trying weekly, there's NCR for the process of the food and alcoholic beverages and tobacco, agricultural products and steel products. For the area outside NCR, weekly we have the food products. We have also the bi-weekly, that is for NCR in the area outside NCR, kasama yung ating region for the non-food. We have the monthly for NCR, the nails, the rentals, movie and other services. And then the semestral, the NCR, the area outside NCR, at the start of the school year or the semester. These are the collection of prices comes in varying frequency. The frequency of collection is sorted around and the corresponding codes identified by the price collectors as stated, shown in the table. In the table, we have the code 01, we have the weekly petroleum or the food and alcoholic beverages or tobacco. The code 02, the weekly agri. We have for round 1 up to round 5, meaning on the first week. On the first, go back to the week. We have on the first week, second week, or third week, fourth and fifth week. Round 1 to round 5. Next slide. We also have the bi-weekly. The survey round for first phase, on the second phase, and then the monthly, the first month with code 01 up to code 12, so first month, second month up to the 12th month, and then the month for monthly rentals, we have the same code, so first month to the second month, and then the semestral, the first semester and the second semester. The slide here shows the consolidated price reports that we have yung sinasubmit namin to the price statistics division. Nakikita nyo dyan yung sample consolidated report. We have on the first column the commodity description, nandiyan yung mga commodity description, price, and so on and so forth. Then the outlets. Basically, there are, for instance, mga 6 outlets, no? For the provincial capital, the outlet 1, and then outlets in the sample municipalities. So yan yung sample consolidated pricing numbers. Next. So, the CPI series is posted in our website, no? And then you can just click the link and then you are. Similarly, there are also related special releases, which is also posted in the website in the national level, at the regional level, and also at the provincial level. So I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Sir, this is Mahmoud Israel for that wonderful presentation or introductory kung ano ba talaga ang consumer price index or ang inflation. And also I would like to acknowledge the arrival of the CSS of PSA Maguindanao. Good morning, Sir Nabo Bandaligay. Thank you so much for joining us. And sa mga bagong dating po na media partners natin on site, thank you so much din po for always giving time with this monthly activity of PSA. And ngayong araw, ikinagagala ko ipakilala ang ating buting OIC-Regional Director of PSA-BARMM na si Sir Engineer Akan G, Tula, upang tunghayan ang kanyang pag-ulat tungkol sa paggalaw ng presyo ng ating mga bilihin sa region ng BARMM itong nakalipas na November 2022. Ating pakinggan ang ulat ni Sir RD. Good morning po.
Maraming salamat, Today. At subilan sa tanong sa Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin, wa amin nasta'in. Thank you so much. After we have heard the process on how to regulate the involvements and the many aspects, technical aspects of the inflation, these clients and stakeholders are now given the information paano tayo nag-aray ng collections na ito. And now, this morning, inulit ko, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ang Philippine Statistics Authority ay malugod na mag-uulat ng antas ng inflation sa rehiyon para sa buwan ng Nobyembre 2022. Next slide. Ang headline inflation o ang pagtaas ng presyo ng mga produkto at serbisyo sa rehiyon ay umagal sa antas na 6.0% dito Nobyembre 2022. Noong October 2022, ang inflation ay naitala sa antas na 6.5% at 2.5% naman noong Nobyembre 2021. Ang average inflation mula Enero 2022 hanggang Nobyembre 2022 ay nasa antas na 3.6%. Ang dahilan ng mabagal na antas ng inflation nito Nobyembre 2022 kumpara noong nakaraang buwan ay ang mas mabagal na pagtaas ng presyo ng food and non-alcoholic beverages. Ito ay may 7.6% inflation at 81.3% share sa pagbaba ng pangkalahatang inflation sa rehiyon. Ang nag-ambag sa pagbaba ng inflation ng food and non-alcoholic beverages ay ang fish and other seafood na may 4.5% inflation mula sa 9.1% inflation noong Oktubre 2022. Nag-aabag din ang mas mabagal na pagtaas ng presyo ng mga sumusunod fruits and nuts na may 5.6% inflation mula sa 7.5% inflation noong October 2022 at meat and other parts of slaughtered land animals na may 6.7% inflation mula sa 7.6% inflation noong October 2022. Ang pangalawang commodity group na nagpakita ng mas mabagal na inflation nitong Nobyembre 2022 ay ang housing, water, electricity, gas and other fuels na may 2.9% inflation at 12.3% share sa pagbaba ng pangkalahatang inflation sa rehiyon. Ito ay dahil sa mas mabagal na pagtaas ng presyo ng mga sumusunod. Gas na may pagbaba ng 4.1% inflation mula sa positive 0.2% inflation noong October 2022. Electricity na may 6.3% inflation mula sa 7.6% inflation noong October 2022 at liquid fuels na may 14.5% inflation mula sa 44.9% inflation noong October 2022. Ang pangatlong commodity group na nagpakita ng mas mabagal na antas ng inflation nitong Nobyembre 2022 ay ang transport na may 4.5% inflation at 4.5% share sa pangbaba ng panghalatang inflation sa rehiyon. Ito ay dahil sa pagbaba ng presyo ng mga sumusunod. Gasoline na may 7.0% inflation mula sa 11.7% inflation noong October 2022. Diesel na may 40.8% inflation mula sa 43.7% inflation noong October 2022 at passengers transport by air na domestic na may 37.5% inflation mula sa 39.9% inflation noong October 2022. Pagdating sa overall inflation nito noong November 2022, ang pangunahing natambag ay ang food and non-alcoholic beverages na may inflation ng 7.6% at 75.5% share ang kalahatang inflation. Ito ay dahil sa patuloy na pagtaas ng presyo ng mga sumusunod: sugar, confectionery and desserts na may 39.2% inflation, rice na may 5.2% inflation, at flour, bread and other bakery products, pasta products and other cereals na may 7.8% inflation. Ang pangalawang commodity group na may pinakamalaking ambag sa pangkalahatang inflation ay ang housing, water, electricity, gas and other fuels na may 2.9% inflation at 7.0% share. Ang mga pangkat ng pangunahing natambag sa inflation ay mga sumusunod: actual rentals paid by tenants or by residents na may 1.7% inflation, electricity na may 6.4% inflation, at wood, fuel including pellets and briquettes na may 2.6% inflation. Ang restaurant and accommodation services ang ikatlo sa may pinakamalaking ambag sa pangkalahatang inflation nito Nobyembre 2022. Ang commodity group na ito ay nagtala ng 7.0% inflation at 6.4% share. Ang mga pangunahing nagambag sa inflation ay ang mga sumusunod: restaurant, cafe and the like na may 7.1% inflation, at hotels, motels, inns and similar accommodation services na may 0.2% inflation. Sa 13 commodity groups, 4 ang nagtala ng mas mabilis na pagtaas ng presyo nitong Nobyembre 2022. Ito ay ang mga sumusunod: clothing and footwear na may 2.4% inflation, recreation, sport and culture na may 2.7% inflation, restaurants and accommodation services na may 7.0% inflation, at personal care and miscellaneous goods and services na may 2.1% inflation. Samantala, ang 6 na commodity groups na nagpakita ng pagtaas ng presyo, ngunit sa mas mababa na antas, ay ang mga sumusunod: food and non-alcoholic beverages na may 7.6% inflation, alcoholic beverages and tobacco na may 6.2% inflation, housing, water, electricity, gas and other fuels na may 2.9% inflation, health na may 1.8% inflation, transport na may 4.5% inflation, at education services na may 3.7% inflation. Nananatili naman sa kanyang antas ng inflation noong October 2022 ang 3 commodity groups na ito: furnishing, household equipments, and routine household maintenance na may 3.0% inflation, information and communication na may 1.3% inflation, at financial services na may 0.0% inflation. Sa buong Pilipinas, ang inflation nitong Nobyembre 2022 ay bumilis sa antas na 8.0% mula sa 7.7% inflation. Noong Oktubre 2022, sa kabilang banda naman, ang inflation ng BARMM nitong Nobyembre 2022 ay nagpakita ng pagbagal sa antas na 6.0% mula sa 6.5% inflation noong Oktubre 2022. Noong Nobyembre 2021, ang inflation sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Maguindanao ay naitala sa 2.5%. Sa mga pangkat ng pagkain sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Maguindanao, nagpakita ng mas mataas na inflation ang mga sumusunod: sugar, confectionery and desserts na may 39.2% inflation, flour, bread and other bakery products, pasta products and other cereals na may 7.8% inflation, at rice na may 5.2% inflation. Nagpakita naman ng mas mabagal na pagtaas ng presyo sa BARMM nitong Nobyembre 2022 ang mga sumusunod. Oils and fats na may 15.3% inflation, vegetables, tubers, plantains, cooking bananas, and pulses na may 9.3% inflation, corn na may 9.1% inflation, meat and other parts of slaughtered animals na may 6.7% inflation, milk, other dairy products and eggs na may 5.8% inflation, fruits and nuts na may 5.6% inflation, fish and other seafoods na may 4.5% inflation, ready-made food and other food products that is classified na may 2.0% inflation. Sa mga probinsya at siyudad na sakop ng BARMM, ang Basilan ay bumagal sa 6.6% inflation ngayong Nobyembre galing sa 7.0% noong October 2022. Ang Lanao del Sur naman, ang siya pa rin pinakamalaking inflation sa BARMM na may 10.0%, bumilis galing sa 9.4% noong October 2022. Maguindanao, ito ay bumagal sa 4.4% inflation ngayong Nobyembre 2022 galing sa 4.6% noong nakaraang buwan. Ang Sulu ay bumagal ang inflation rate nito sa 3.6% ngayong Nobyembre 2022 galing sa 6.4% noong October 2022. Ang Tawi-tawi ay bumilis sa 5.5% inflation ngayong Nobyembre 2022 galing sa 5.3% noong October 2022. Ang Cotabato City ay bumilis sa 4.2% inflation ngayong Nobyembre 2022 kumpara sa 3.6% noong nakaraang buwan. Kung ihahambing sa inflation na naitala sa mga rehiyon sa labas ng National Capital Region noong Nobyembre 2022, sa lahat ng 16 na rehiyon, ang BARMM ang may pinakamababang inflation na may 6.0%, samantalang ang Region 11 ang nagtala ng pinakamataas na inflation na may 9.7%. Ang inflation sa bottom 30% income household ay nanatiling nasa 2012 base year habang ginagawa ngayong taon ang rebasing sa 2018 base year. Itong Nobyembre 2022, ang inflation sa bottom 30% income households ay nasa 6.3%. Ito ay mas mababa kaysa inflation noong October 2022 na 6.8%, habang 2.3% naman noong Nobyembre 2021. Ang average inflation para sa bottom 30% income households mula Enero hanggang Nobyembre 2022 ay naitala sa 3.9%. Ang monthly data ng inflation para sa all income household at bottom 30% income household ay inyong makikita sa website ng PSA. Maaari itong ma-access sa mga links na naka-flash sa screen o sa pamamagitan ng mag-scan ng QR codes na nasa screen. Dito nagtatapos ang ating paglalahad paglalas ng inflation o pagtaas ng presyo ng mga bilihin at serbisyo sa rehiyon para sa buwan ng Nobyembre 2022. Ang Philippine Statistics Authority Bank sa mga Autonomous Region ng Muslim Mindanao ay lubos na nagagalak sa inyong paglahok sa press conference tungkol sa inflation ng ating rehiyon. Salamat sa muli, magandang umaga po sa inyo. Salamat.
Thank you very much po, Sir Arlie, for the report of BARMM inflation rate for the month of November 2022. Ngayon naman po, atin na pong simulan ang ating open forum or question and answer segment. Para sa mga nais magtanong, sa mga Zoom participants po natin, pakigamit po ang raise hand feature o i-send ang tanong via chat box para sa mga kasama natin. Kapag kayo naman po ay natawag upang magtanong, pakisabit ang inyong pangalan at organisasyong inyong kinabibilangan. So, sa mga participants po natin online, mag-raise hand feature lang po tayo or sa via chat box po. open na po tayo sa ating Q&A and open forum. So mga partners natin outside, pwede na rin po kayo magtanong.
Good morning.
Good morning po.
Susanne Gexines. Right to be ng Cotabato City. Itong pagsunod lang sa pamasahe. We understand, siyempre, mahal yung langis sa ngayon. Tapos yung presyo naman sa pamasahe sa mga pampasaherong sasakyan, parang napakataas din. Parang siyempre may domino effect. No? Ang tanong ko lang is that hindi ko na alam kung tama pa rin sa inyo, pero baka na-monitor din po ninyo. Yung fair matrix kasi parang wala pa silang pinanghahawak ang official na fair matrix pagkatapos. Itong mga nababasa na, pag gusto sila kung magkano, sige sa pasahero. Parang unfair naman sa mga pasahero. Although, we understand na kailangan nilang mag-increase ng pamasahe dahil mataas nga naman yung gasolina. Ano ang monitor ninyo dito, sir? Mayroon bang po? Allowed ba yung gano'n? Pwede bang i-implement yan?
Thank you so much, Sam, for the question. First, the fair matrix is meron tayong regulatory board. No? Alam natin kung yung agency na responsible for that. Wala po tayong kamay as to the pamasahe in relation to sa ating pag-rise ng prices ng langis. Only then the proper authorities, sila yung mag-monitor and mag-regulate sa mga prices nila. Ang sa PSA is only on the monitoring. Kumukuha lang kami ng data about transportation sa and then presyo ng gasolina. Magkakalawan lang kami talaga ng presyo. As to regulations, meron tayong mga proper authorities sila yung mag-monitor. And good thing is, through this one, the press one like this, maybe the proper authorities would be alerted on what to do. Kasi this is the official data that came from the official government agencies. Pwede na rin masihan to act on that matter. Okay.
Oo, kasi parang matagal na din, lalong-lalo na sa mga kasi na-os yung haba ng mga ganun. Walang regulation eh, parang pag gusto lang sila, pagkatid lang sa from downtown to CRM, sisingin nito 150. Di ba?
Yeah. Again, kumbaga, as experience ito sa atin sa mga region, again, the PSA would do nothing about it because we have proper authority to address those kind of situations in some of our
But you can recommend, sir, parang gano'n. Halimbawa, okay, baka sa pwede sa meeting din naman ito.
Si PSA would be a basis on reference sa kanyang data. We're meeting the regulatory agency. Based from PSA, ito yung status, ito yung indication, gano'n. As to mag-report, it's the planners, it's the proper authority for the regulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much po. Si Ma'am Tula from EBS.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tula Fernandez from OIC Philippines. Given the data shown sa report natin for the month November 2022, I just would like to know if when the inflation rate hikes, possible if tataas, what is the sector na unang maaapektuhan? And when the inflation rate eases, pag bumaba na, sino po yung huling nakaka-recover sa inflation?
Okay, thank you very much for the questions. Talking about inflations, we have the so-called external factor and the internal factor. When you say external factors, one of these is the Russian-Ukraine war, which caused the inflation of our retail inflation ng ating gasolines and fuels na tumataas. No? Now, once tumataas, as per observations, once tumataas yung ating fuels like gasolines and so on, ang pinaka-na-apekto ng ating transportation. Sunod-sunod din siya, may domino effect na magtaas na yung ating mga bilihin. No? On the other hand, meron din tayong internal factor na caused by the inflation ito yung ating supply and demand. No? Also, nakaka-affect dito, for instance, pag marami tayong supply ng mga alternative foods, on the basically food basket available as alternative food, na-apektuhan yung pagbaba ng ating inflation. Bababa ang ating inflation kasi yung ating mga kababayan is choose doon sa alternative foods na yun for the daily needs. Pwede lang i-halili doon sa kanilang specific in the food baskets. As what our chief discussed before the presentation of the inflation. Meron tayong mga food baskets na dito. Thank you.
Last follow-up question na lang po, no? We have heard that the BARMM government is one of the lowest, one of the region merong lowest inflation rate. So what are the measures that we are following or yung mga bagay na we are considering upon maintaining this rate for us po?
Thank you. As to our, parang mag-set tayo ng ating tone of inflation, we don't have that one. Nagiging ng ating inflation, wala po. Because the PSA is purely monitoring on the movements of the prices. As to is, pag negative ba siya, mag-positive siya, 2% lang namin yun. No? Sa ating mga kababayan at sa ating mga government planners. So that they have two directions. As to interventions, it's the BARMM government on how to intervene kung ano yung nagagabuti sa kababayan ng mga sumama at mga solutions.
And next po, go ahead.
Good morning, Madam Cruz po of MTIT. Since sir, you mentioned that your work is on monitoring. I understand meron po tayong participant from the BSP. So I would like to direct my question to them. Sa tansya po ba ng BSP, ito na po ba yung peak ng inflation for this year? And ano kaya ang projected na inflation for next year? Based on the perception ng ating mga taga-Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Hello, good morning. I'm Zarina from Maguindanao Regional Office. So thank you for the question as to regards if it is the peak. So for latest BSP forecast, it is likely to peak for fourth quarter of 2022 and will remain above target until second quarter of 2023. So why is that? So karamihan nito, basically ang ating drivers as seen as present earlier is more on food, and not to mention this is a peak season na rin sa ating Christmas. So there are many factors that come into play as to the increase will be sustained until the second quarter of the next year. And based on the forecast, there are more factors that could drive the inflation higher than push the inflation lower. For one, as na-mention na rin, sir, the Ukraine and Russia-Ukraine crisis is still happening. So rising global food prices due to increase in fertilizer costs, since Ukraine is one of the supplier. Most countries have felt the need or felt the impact sa pag-restrict ng supply from Ukraine. One factor that would drive up or sustain or continue to accelerate is the adverse weather condition and stringent restriction, which if you're going to take in look at it overall, more on the supply side siya. So this will tighten supply of certain imported goods, while domestically, upward pressure on inflation will include transport fare hikes, higher prices of sugar, fruits, and vegetables. And we're also looking, most economists are looking, or not only economists but also policymaker, the probable extension of Executive Order number 171, yung suspend ng taripa sa mga following essential items such as pork, rice, corn, and oil. The EO 171 will end this year, December 31, 2022. So no definite date pa kung ma-extend ito. So this could drive up further or sustain the increase in inflation. So those things are in the long term. We have not yet targeted as a whole kung ano yung kanya specific, but for this month, the BSP have targeted 8% ang kanyang inflation. So kanyang long-term or mid-term forecast, it would range above higher than that. So yun, again, yung price setting naman has two ways, supply and demand. So the price setting would really depend on the dynamics of these two factors. Thank you, everyone.
Shalina,
Yes.
since you mentioned that by December, syempre, gastusin ng mga tao is tataas din, di ba? So, would this contribute to the increase of yung binabanggit ninyong forecast ninyo na 8% for this month? And,
Yes.
yes, ma'am. And another is, ano ba yung magagawa namin as ordinary people to help maintain yung mababang inflation? Specifically here in Samar.
As consumers, okay. As consumer, you are the target price maker kasi kayo, di ba? So, basically, historically talaga, kapag December, yan, January, December, January, June, yung may mga events na it would drive up prices, higher demand, higher consumption, then it will trigger up prices. So, we have to consider na hindi lang ito siya, this would be one of the mga seasonal ang ganitong behavior. And we're looking at till, again, second quarter of next year na mag-slow down siya. So, for a consumer, now is the time to make prudent judgment sa inyong expenses. Choose over, and na-mention na kanina ni Sir that people will tend to go for a substitute goods instead na yung prime goods talaga kanilang pipiliin for their items. So for us, this not only affecting the Filipino but overall naman if nakaramdam tayo sa pag-slow down ng ekonomiya as a result of the pandemic of the Russia-Ukraine. So we have to tighten our belts further and make a wise decision on our expenses. So those are the things that, and of course, not to engage on speculative investments or yung mga bibilhin, because those are the types of behavior that would drive up prices. But considering na this is a Christmas season, meron talaga, mag-i-increase talaga yung mga certain goods, lalo na sa mga food items. So critical nga yung na-mention kanina, sugar, rice, flour, these are the items na talagang malalakas din ang demand ngayong season. So we're looking with a further increase. So again, how to deal with this, we have to be careful in our expenses, prudent in our judgment as to how we manage our finances. Thank you again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much po, Ma'am Garina from PSP. And go, Ma'am, you have some questions. Go ahead.
I would like to ask po, Ma'am Shalina. I believe po, no, that inflation rate isn't always a bad thing. Mayroon din siyang good side, but what are the scenarios that we are going to consider na pwedeng ma-benefit from inflation?
Actually, that's very good insight on the oil inflation kasi people would see it na it's a bad thing talaga kasi masyado mataas o masyado mababa. If you're going to check how it is computed or collected, so it really, as a result of a price and a supply and the demand side dynamics, diba? Meaning, kapag malakas ang demand, popular ang item, eventually it will drive up prices kasi people are buying things. So, ibig sabihin, if may movement o malakas, medyo sustain, increase ang inflation, then there's a thriving economic activity in the area. On the other hand, kapag masyado naman siyang mataas at hindi na makasustain yung mga prices, the consumer, then that's a bad thing. Kasi ideally, yung pag-increase ng presyo ng bilihin would be at the same level sa pag-increase ng ating mga sahod or kasi eventually, if hindi ma-contain or hindi siya ma-control, inflation will erode the value of our peso. Meaning, kung ang iyong base year is say 2012, kung 2012 meron kang 200 pesos at prices 2022, that would be around siguro nasa less than 40% or yung 100 mo siguro ang value nun at this year nasa 60 pesos na lang. So ganun yung the bad side of inflation. While on the other hand, the good side of inflation, if it's moving, then more likely may economic movement ang area. So yun lang, kailangan natin i-control and have connect kasi kung food naman ang titignan natin, it's more on the supply chain, yung na transport cost kasi yung nag-add sa ating prices ng mga pagkain. So that's the good thing and the bad thing about inflation.
Thank you very much.
So, any more questions from our participants on the Zoom? Mag-raise your hand feature lang po or pwede po sa chat box. So, go ahead, ma'am.
Hello. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ang tanong ko po, hindi dito sa inflation. Every time we have conference, we're talking about BARMM inflation report. Ang itatanong ko ngayon about sa birth certificate po, no? For follow-up. Halimbawa po kung namali po yung pangalan mo, yung especially the middle name of your father, paano po ba ito itutuwid sa PSA? Meron po bang proseso na mabilis or matagal ito mag-proseso? Salamat.
Okay, thank you so much. First, this press conference is about really on the inflation. But I understand your situation that you were very optimistic of the time since PSA sinahin mo na rin pati yung sa mga birth registrations wherein PSA is contacted with that. But I'm pretty sure na paano mabigyan ka ng mas malinaw and mag-guide ka ng proper na proseso. After the press conference, our civil registration officer is here na pwede kami guide kung paano siya i-process. But to this early, kung tatanong mo yan, hindi siya ganun katagal sa mga dating nakasanayan or dating parang iniisip yung iba. No? May proseso talaga siya na gagawin. So yun lang, after the press conference, we will guide you on how to make that birth certificate people. Thank you.
Thank you so much po. So, any more questions?
Regarding po sa hindi po ba mahal? Kasi meron ibang tumatanggap ng gano'n, ipapaayos pero at the end, wala naman po nagawa.
Okay. So, siguro ma'am, yun na nga, after ng press con, i-guide ka namin kasi hindi siya ganun kamahal. Pero may bayad yun na punta ka sa MCR, kaya nga hindi natin pwede discuss muna sa ngayon kasi yung processes maraming puntahan. No, we will give you a proper time on that para mag-guide ka ng resto. And gusto namin na hindi ka mapunta sa mga sabi nating hindi maganda gawain ng iba. Isingilin ka kung magkano. Gusto namin kumain mo isang sakto para doon sa transaction.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So, thank you so much po. So, kung wala na pong tanong galing sa ating mga participants, nais po namin kayong pasalamatan sa inyong participasyon at makikinig sa ulat ng BARMM inflation rate para sa November 2022. Ngayon naman po, proceed naman po tayo sa next part ng ating program. And we have here visitors from the different ministries. So we will be having an open forum or discussion about the inflation on the previous month. So welcome again, welcome po, and thank you so much. Sir, from the our visitor from MTIT and BBA on site. On your insights po. Sir, okay na po yung mic niyo.
Meron po ba tayong participants from MAFAR and MTIT? Maybe they can also give some explanation about ito sa ating movement ng mga prices and commodities sa BARMM.
So,
And what are they doing to at least help our constituents to have yung mas mababang presyo or mais lang yung presyo na mataas na presyo ng bilihin sa ating area.
thank you so much po. So, ma'am, sir, from MAFAR and MTIT, open na po yung mic, pakita na lang po, and you may now speak po.
Assalamualaikum from MTIT po. Actually po ngayon po, ano po tayo sa price, naka-price freeze po tayo ngayon para sa mga basic necessities at saka sa brand commodities. So, as of, yung nag-start po yung 2 beses po tayo na declare ng price freeze po. Yung una po is noong August 26 and lifted siya dapat noong October 31. Pero nalifted siya early ng October 31. Kaya nung nagkaroon ng mahalal natin yung Bagyong Paeng noong October 28. So, dahil sa yung price freeze na order, na-release siya ng mas maaga. So, noong October 28, nag-issue ulit ang MTIT. Ano na rin sa guidance na rin ni Chief Minister, na October 29, nagkaroon ulit tayo ng price freeze, which is hanggang ngayon is, ano pa rin siya, effective pa rin siya hanggang ngayon. Ang malilip sana siya is sa December 26. Pero kung sakaling patuloy pa rin yung pagtaas ng mga presyo ng mga bilihin is may bala ka naman pong another price freeze na naman po. And then sa side po ng MTIT, meron po kami intensive price monitoring po ng basic necessities and brand commodities. Balik, ang hawak po namin is minomonitor po namin yung mga prices sa mga markets like groceries, saka yung mga stores po. When it comes po sa mga palengke, like yung mga raw products is, hawak na po yan ng MAFAR. Actually po, meron pong council na siyang humahawak po pagdating sa price monitoring po. Hindi lang po siya price monitoring, kundi ito pong council na ito ang siyang nagbabantay, pwede nung magbigay ng sanctions doon sa mga tindahan o sa mga businesses na siya natataas po ng presyo. So ito pong na-create po itong DPCC or Bangsamoro Price Coordinating Council noong April 15 po. After po ng Executive Order number 007 na binaban ni Chief Minister, which is yung creation ng Bangsamoro Price Coordinating Council. And sa composition po nitong council na ito, nandito po ang MTIT as chair, then ang MILG as vice chair, member po ang Office of the Chief Minister, ang MAFAR, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Environment, Natural Resources and Energy, Ministry of Transportation and Communications, Bangsamoro Planning and Development Authority, and representatives po from relevant private sectors. Bawat ministry po is may role po sila. Like po sa aming MTIT as chair, and kami rin po yung kami rin po yung assign sa mga like yung mga groceries, yung mga basic necessities, prime commodities na nabibili po sa grocery stores, sa mga tindahan. E pagdating naman po sa palengke, like yung mga raw, yung mga isda, gulay, MAFAR po ang nakatoka dyan. And then, ang Ministry of Health, ito po yung para sa mga pharmacies, sa mga medical supplies po. Membre naman is, sila po yung actually sa mga gasolina po. Then, yung Ministry of Transportation and Communication, yung sabi nga po ni Sir, sila naman po yung manghawak pagdating sa mga pamasahe. Then, BPDA at saka yung then, kung meron po ako ditong ito po yung result ng nakuha namin sa intensive na price monitoring namin from August po since kung titignan po dito sa data namin is August, September, October to November, wala naman pong ganung kalaking increase or galaw ng presyo. Kasi titignan po dito is dahil po sa price freeze, karamihan po talaga ng natin is naka-steady po. Meron pong ilan nagtaas, which is hindi naman po natin makokontrol yun. Kasi like po yung sa kape at saka sa mga process na milk, dahil po kasi sa taas na presyo ng asukal yan, pero hindi naman po ganun kataas yung increase nila. So, tapos ngayon po, dahil po sa malapit na rin ang Pasko, meron po rin kami ginawang price monitor pagdating po sa mga Noche Buena, which is merong ilang items po na nagtaas, meron naman pong steady na din po ang presyo. So, yun lang po.
Follow-up ko lang. How do you identify kung ano yung presyo talaga na fair naman sa ating mga business owners? I mean, you may mention na you had price freeze. Tapos meron naman din kasi kami nakikita sa mga presyo na based din daw yun sa paano nila binili or paano nila binili sa mga supplier yung kanilang products. So, paano kayo nakakaabot sa yung parang fair na presyo according to sa price freeze ninyo na tawag ito? Na hindi naman madedehado yung ating mga business owners.
Actually, ang sinusunod po natin yung suggested retail price po na binababa ng national, BPI national. So, dito po sa atin sa BARMM, may konting increase lang po since magkaiba po kasi yung yung sa Luzon po, since yung transportation cost po, pababa dito. So at may mga 3 to 5% lang po na increase sa atin, difference from the NCR po mismo. Yung pong sinusunod natin, yung SRT po na galing po sa national.
So, thank you so much po from MTIT.
Yes,
So-
excuse me po, mag-follow up po muna ako siguro muna sa FTIT. Good morning po, Sandra po from Sandra Sirilla po from Maguindanao and Sulu, Cotabato. Nasabi po ninyo kasi nasa 3 to 5% yung increase dito sa BARMM compare sa NCR. During the monitoring of the council na niloon ng MTIT and some of the ministries, meron tayong mga business establishment ba na nanamantala sa pagtaas ng presyo na hindi na napapansin ng MTIT BARMM?
Thank you po sa question. Actually, meron naman po, pero hindi naman po ganun katataas yung increase na binibigay nila. So, kami po kasi sa MTIT, dahil nga po, since August pa po, meron po kami ginagawang intensive price monitoring, which is dapat is once a month lang siya, pero dahil nga po sa price freeze na binaba, is kaya nga naging for once a week instead of once a month ang monitoring, naging once a week siya. So may mga nakita naman kung iilan, pero binibigyan naman po namin sila ng may sanction naman po pag hindi po sumunod. So pwede yung business permit nila, medyo mga ganun po ng klase ng sanction. Pero so far, wala naman pong as in umabuso ng sobra-sobra pagtaas ng presyo.
So overall, wala po tayong may nasampulan ng establishments.
Wala pa po.
So ano yung mga sanctions if ever na lalabag sila?
Ano po kasi, like po, di ba, ang una po is, yung first offense po, is pagkasabihan lang po na namin second. Kapag sa ikatatlo pa po, hindi pa rin po sila nakinig, pwede po, yung business permit nila, anong pong klase, or yung po, or diretso po sila po sa national, direklamo sa national.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much po. And how about po yung insights naman natin? Or, yes sir, go ahead.
Hello po, Assalamualaikum. Permafor po, Nasyulinan po. Sa case po ng MAFAR, meron din kaming price monitoring po sa AMAD division namin. Minomonitor namin yung prices. Meron kaming tao sa provinces. Nakikita namin na yun pa rin yung malaking increases yung doon din sa mga sa onions, yun din saka yung nakikita na ng mga causes kasi sa amin kasi sa agriculture, sa production, kaya doon sa buying, malaking damage sa areas ng agriculture. So, yun po yung din sa presyo po. Ang buwan namin dito para dun sa inflation, ang practice ng MAFAR is nag-linkage po kami. Meron kaming price monitoring, tapos ang ginagawa namin, yung cooperative, halimbawa, nagbibigay kami ng linkage sa mga traders para po dun sa meron silang alternative na kung saan yung merong produces po ng MAFAR. Yun po sa amin sa MAFAR po. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much po, sir, from MAFAR. And our one of
Hello po, good morning. I'm John Marquilla. I'm from MAFAR Fishery Services po. Additional lang din po, based po sa report ng PSA na from October 2022, nag-ease yung inflation regarding sa mga services po natin, no? From 9.1 to ngayong November is 4.5%. So, reason po nun din is yung since ease na din po yung inflation ng mga oil natin prices. Since mga fisher folks natin, mga fishermen is yun yung pinaka ginagamit ng mga oil, yes, yung mga gasoline. Kasi na-ease yung prices. Marami na po mga capture fishers po natin na nakakapag fish, no? So So that is why yung production or napupunta sa market is yung meron na po. So yun siya sa reason. And also, ginagawa din ng fisheries is para magkaroon ng increase yung production is yung mga projects na binibigay like for aquaculture no na hindi lang siya for capture, also yung mga fisher po is engaged din po for aquaculture para for increase na production. Yun lang po.
Sa fisheries, yung presyo ng per kilo ng isda sa Cotabato City, and I think sa ibang part ng Cotabato, napakataas. Ang reason na mga nagbebenta isda, binibili pa nila ang isda na ito sa Jensen and sa parts ng outside farm. Dito pa sa atin, wala naman naging isda sa farm na yan.
Ako sir, based sa report ng provinces, yung prices, monitor ng prices nila is stable naman po yung prices po. And with regards po sa kumina ng isda, may mga tawag ito, nagbibenta sa isda na nag-deliver from other regions going sa dito po since more on ang fishing ground po natin outside po sa Cotabato City, more on ang nag-deliver ng ano is outside dito sa SR. Where sa island provinces po naman, since more on ang fishing ground nila is doon and mostly ang fishes is talagang doon din nagbaba nagdadak and based din sa report nila, wala namang overpricing po sa goods fishes.
Sa isda. Kasi kung halimbawa ang galunggong ay umabot ng 300 per kilo, parang hindi na siya hindi na siya
It's 4 months, ano daw?
4 months
Food
or
or consumption.
Dati natin kasi yung galunggong ini-import nila from China pa. Kaya naman sabi ko, ang lawak ng dagat dito sa farm, bakit nag-import pa ng galunggong sa China? Kaya ganun daw kataas yung presyo nila. Galunggong 300 pesos isang kilo. So, hindi ko kasi parang ma-imagine na sabihin natin normal lang yun. 300 kilo ang 300 per kilo ang isang galunggong. Eh, di ba dapat ulam ng mga mahihirap po yun?
Sa reason, sir, kung bakit mahal yung price, bakit yung nakaka-capture ko ng mga galunggong is talagang mababa. That's why nagkakaroon ng importation din po ng galunggong.
At saka, di ba, like sa kusyong, sample ko na lang sa kusyong. Sa kusyong, ang per kilo ng isda dyan, 300 pataas. Eh, harap sila ng dagat. Hindi pa dapat mas mura kasi nasa harap ng dagat. O, di ba? Eh, parang, in-expect mo na, baka mura lang dito kasi nasa dagat naman eh. Pero pag bumili ka, Diyos ko, per kilo, 300 pataas.
Kasi sir, since ano siya sir, parang commercial pag big siya sir mo, parang yun sa reason din kaya baka mahal din binigay ng presyo ng mga features. Kasi may mga features or probably ang ginagawa kasi na yung
Anong program nito? Especially sa mga fishermen. Meron bang ayuda? Support ang MAFAR?
Yes, sa fisheries naman, nagbibigay ko ng mga yun aquaculture inputs, no, gagaya ng or seaweed farming, mga ganun sir, or yung mga for capture, mga net, and also yung mga post-harvest ng mga equipment, no, para control their life.
May mga technical trainings ba na ibigay din sa mga fishermen?
Yes, sir.
Parang mga techniques pa paano manghuli ng mas mahal. Oo. Ayun naman. Okay. Doon sa mga parpatin na nabanggit ko si Sibuyas kanina. Sibuyas daw po yung bagong gold ngayon. Dahil sa sobrang mahal. ng-presyo ng sibuyas. Ano yung reason sir bakit gano'n ang nangyayari sa sibuyas?
Usually dyan sa yung sa demand and supply na kulang yung supply natin, so tumataas. Kasi sa CBS kasi hindi lahat ng areas kasi na visible siya dito. So yung depende sa season niya. Una yung season, pangalawa yung doon sa pagdating ng supply na galing sa ibang region. Kung kinukulang natin, kung wala masyadong pagkagalingan, so yun po, tumataas po. Yan po yung tumataas, pangalawa yung sugar masyadong mataas.
May important pa rin ba ano ba? Sibuyas.
Yung iba kasi nang galing sa ibang region. Kasi lahat ng areas kasi sa is feasible po sa maganda siya taniman ng sibuyas.
Pero yung imported, yung like binibili sa ibang bansa, China, Vietnam, halimbawa, wala, ginagawa ba yun sa ba?
Sa ngayon hindi ko masyado kwento.
Okay. May anong advice niyo? Anong alternative natin sa sibuyas? Kung mayroon ba?
Sa MAFAR naman kasi, ginagawa namin is, tinitingnan namin yung kulang sa lima, tapos doon kami focus sa production. Kasi yung talaga yung mandate namin, yung production sa agriculture. So kung sa amin nakikita namin na kulang sa yung demand ay kailangan talaga, tapos walang yung supply ay kulang, yun yung tinututukan ng MAFAR. Kaya po pero kami price monitoring para makita namin yung sa aming mataas, siya yung sa aming kailangan. So yun po yung isa sa strategy ng MAFAR, mag-produce yung bagay na konti lang yung hindi natin pagpunan.
Ang bawang ba mura ba?
Yes.
Mura ng bawang. Ahos. Mas mura sa
Mas mura po.
kumpara sa bawang na.
Pero nagpo-produce ng sibuyas sa atin, sir, sa bar. May mga nagpo-produce ng mga farmers.
Meron po.
So, ang distribution nun is within our areas lang kayo.
Yung sa MAFAR, actually yan yung pinoprogram ng MAFAR is meron din convergence with other minister na ipatronize yung produces ng ating farmers. Kung ano yung ma-produce sa ating mga farmers para matulungan natin sila, dito na lang sila ibinita. Tayo na yung mamimili. Yan yung ginagawa namin sa meron kaming convergence with other minister like MDXPE sa mga program nila at sa MSSP. So yun po yung ginawa.
Sir, di ba may project noon ang MAFAR na every municipality parang merong product or itatanim like vegetables, iba-iba para hindi ba nakaroon na ganito increase like kung kulang supply ng sibuyas, hindi siya, no? Diba? So, may na-push ba itong mga projects na ito na bawat bayan sa barn na meron silang one product, one town, one product, or yung mga tinatanim na suitable sa kanilang area so that maiwasan din itong mga increases na ganito, like itong sibuyas, minsan luya, mahal, yung gano'n, sir.
So far ngayon is wala po tayong program na specific na gano'n. Actually, matunda yun kasi ibang country, like sa Thailand, parang gano'n. Every municipality, ibang products. Pero ang strategy ng MAFAR sa amin ngayon is, ang tinatanong namin yung halimbawa sa province, tinatanong namin sila with consultation kung anong kailangan doon. Ano yung mabenta doon, anong kailangan doon, anong madali mag-visible na ipagpapag. Yun po yung strategy.
Thank you so much. And for the final talk, ating MAFAR
Last question po. Gusto ko lang po tanongin if nagkakaroon ba tayo ng kakulangan ng supply ng staff all over here in Maguindanao and Cotabato City. Kasi as we observe, aside from mataas yung presyo ng isda somewhere in Maguindanao and of course here in Cotabato City, kukonta na lang yung binibenta, yung isda na lang, yung scarcity,
Based po dyan ma'am sa wala naman pong shortage po talaga ng
wala.
So, thank you so much po from the MAFAR and MTIT. And now po, from our guest sa PSP po, I would like to hear from you guys kung ano naman po yung insights nyo for this inflation, for this inflation. So, yung participant po natin from PSP via Zoom.
Yes, good morning. So, as seen and as heard from the speakers and from our counterpart from MAFAR and MTIT, there is more only on the supply side as to why the prices have been increasing in the BARMM region, specifically sa food items natin. Ito talaga yung indicator for the sustained increase and even for the trend or the long-term outlook niya, para ganun din ang mangyayari. So for the BSPs to continue to adopt measures to temper the prices of goods, and on just this last month, we have already hit the increase on 75 key policy rate is now at 5%. So in deciding to raise the policy rate, the BSP aims to reduce the risk of inflation expectation to further shifting away from the target and rotating the price pressures. That being said, that is keeping the people, the mindset of the people. So alam ito ng PSA kasi the BSP is conducting business expectation survey. Sa consumer expectation survey, that is one conducted by PSP. So right now, the key policy rate has now at 5%, meaning that the BSP is trying to dampen or temper the increased prices by discouraging people to engage on speculative chances or decisions. So better directed expenses nila, including mga basic or essential goods. So the series of policy rate hikes by the BSP is meant to bring back inflation to within the target of 2 to 4% in the medium term. As increasing the policy rate will encourage less spending, particularly on non-basic, until price conditions will normalize. Credit and consumption activities could slow down, but nevertheless, the BSP banks will remain stable and the domestic economy is seen to grow within the target not only this year but also for next year. So, ang sa side ng BSP is more on an enabling environment that could really have a balance demand and balance supply. So that's all for Bangko Sentral. Thank you and good morning.
So, thank you so much po, Ma'am Zarina from PSP. And again, thank you so much po sa ating mga participants via Zoom and on-site po. And for the different ministries po, like MTIT and MAFAR, na pumunta po mismo sa ating site. Thank you so much po sa pag-participate sa discussion and this inflation rate. Sana ipatuloy niyo po kaming suportahan at bisitahin ang aming regional website na rffor.psa.gov.ph o ang aming official Facebook page ng PSA Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Maguindanao sa mga future activities and updates po sa PSA. And once again, ako po si Jerwin T. Camao ng Philippine Statistics Authority. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Thank you so much.
Dahil dyan po nagtatapos ng mga kababayan ng ating press con about the BARMM Inflation Report sa November 9, 2022. Nag-update po sa conference po ng PSA Cotabato City, Basilan region in Muslim Mindanao.